but I saw a tweet the other day, and it was pick the 3 highest peaks, bro. Bro,
Oh.
I was going to, and then never got the chance.
Sorry.
So now I got the chance. So I'm like,
Whoops.
speaking my mind. But the players were Anthony Davis, James Harden, Dwight Howard, Damian Lillard, Russell Westbrook,
Just put it on the screen.
Carmelo Anthony,
I mean,
Paul Pierce, Joel Embiid,
Gremlin.
and Chris Paul.
Put it on the screen.
And
it's right
I
here.
don't know about your guys' top
Oh,
3,
it's
but
right
I
here.
think the top 3
It's right
is clear.
It's right here.
What would be your guys' top 3?
Say them again. No, I'm just kidding.
Dwight
Bro,
Howard,
you have it on your phone.
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook.
It's too much work though.
Bro, no, it's not.
Top 3 in terms of peaks.
That is the question.
I think I'm either going Russ or Harden number 1, and I might go Harden number 1 because in their peaks they're both a 1-time MVP.
I was thinking Dwight number 1.
Yeah,
I was thinking Dwight number
Dwight
1.
could potentially go number 1.
Dwight is a potential. I mean,
I was
that's-
thinking
that's-
Dwight,
that's-
Russ, Harden.
That's my top 3: Russ, Dwight, Harden. For my number 1, I'm thinking Harden because look, him and Russ both 1-time MVPs. Harden led a 65-win team in the West, almost beat that Warriors god team.
Missed 27 threes in a row in Game 7, or whatever many it was.
That was after his peak. That's like
He had
that's
more-
what ended
he
his
had
peak.
more talent. He had
That's
more
what-
talent around him.
Fair
though.
enough. Fair enough.
Then Russ.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not
Well-
very close.
it's not close.
Andre Robertson.
When Russ
Harden had Chris Paul,
and Eric
Trevor
Gordon.
Ariza, Eric Gordon.
Russ
Clint
had Paul
Capella.
George, Carmelo Anthony,
Dude,
Steven Adams.
Dude, it doesn't matter. Carmelo.
Steven Adams is really good, though.
No, Steven Adams is solid, but Steven Adams and Clint Capella are comparable.
They're comparable, yeah.
They're comparable. And then you're he had PG. He had PG, I guess, but Andre Robertson went down with injury the year those 3 were together.
Man.
And then
I guess.
and then you literally saw Carmelo Anthony not fit with that team at all once Robertson got hurt.
I don't know. I think
Harden, dude, if Russ had the shooting that Rockets team had around him, give him a fair shot. That's then we could have that argument. But none of those Thunder teams had the shooting that the Rockets teams had. That's what Russ needs.
Harden was the shooting though.
We're
Gordon.
comparing
Well,
the
sorry,
we're
he wasn't
comparing
all
the
the
Rockets
he wasn't
team shooting.
Sorry, he
to
wasn't
Thunder
all the he
teams,
wasn't
bro.
all the shooting, but Russ wasn't out there having, shooting efficiently from 3 other.
Look
than,
at the Rockets roster and compare it to the Thunder's roster, and you are not comparing the shooting level at
Oh,
all.
obviously the Rockets shooting was better. I'm not
That's
saying
what I'm
it
talking
wasn't
about.
better.
Give Russ the shooting that the Rockets teams had, and then you would be like, okay, that's a fair shot.
But Harden was also just like the better player.
Then Russ?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I'd take Russ.
I'd take Russ too.
I'm going
Russ
Dwight.
I'm not mad. I'm
I
not
think
mad
I think
at that.
Russ does more with less. I know you're not the biggest Russ guy, but like Russ does more with less than Harden.
I'm taking Dwight, Russ, Harden. That's my top
Dwight
3.
number 1.
Yeah, Dwight being number 1.
I can
Harden being number
respect
3.
it. Like I said, that's my top 3 too.
Because we're talking strictly peaks. I'd have
This is
Dwight
a
at
different
1.
order for you.
What'd you say?
Because we're talking strictly peaks. I'd have Dwight at number 1.
Dwight, very dominant peak. I mean,
Yeah.
easily an MVP caliber player, even if he doesn't have it.
Because you're
All
talking
three
about
of
a
them
guy.
deep
Depoy finals
You're talking about a
appearance.
guy that won 3 straight Defensive Player of the Years.
It was 3. I thought it was 2.
I'm pretty sure it was 3.
3 is
I'm pretty sure it was 3.
3 is insane. I
And if
didn't
he-
know that.
I know.
I
I think even if it is 2, I'm pretty sure he was supposed to win a 3rd because it was that
Dang,
good.
that-
and he pretty much
yeah.
got robbed.
He was.
Gotta give him his credit.
The more I think about it, the more I'm confident about Dwight. at
Yeah,
1.
no, 3 consecutive years.
It was 3.
Oof.
That's hard
2009 to
beat.
2011.
I didn't know it was. That's hard to beat.
No, yeah, 2009 to 2011. He's that good on defensive side of the ball. He wasn't getting the same opportunities that obviously a guard is gonna get offensively, but he was still out there dominating.
He also won a dunk contest.
So I don't know.
Superman.
Superman is in the building.
Interesting.
Very. Shaq got mad at him.
Yeah, I'm getting more and more comfortable with that Dwight number 1 pick after the 3. See, I thought it was 2, which is still like really good. But
Yeah,
I was like,
that
two
last
in a
defensive
finals
player-
appearance. I was
That
like,
last
okay.
defensive player of the year really sold it for you.
It
I'm
kinda,
sure.
like, unironically.
It took you an extra defensive player. This year to
Unironically,
sold it?
I don't know. That's kind of insane.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't like sell it, but I said I'm more comfortable with it.
I'll just say, that doesn't make any sense. That just doesn't make any sense.
I will say this. That makes no damn
It
sense.
just makes no sense. It just makes no sense.
I'm giving y'all more credit, man. But
No, the fourth
Yeah.
player is what made that tough for me, though. Like, if you picked, I know it's not part of the question, but if you had to pick a fourth peak on that list, it would be very tough. He's talking about an MVP in Joel Embiid. We're talking about
Anthony
a
Davis.
guys who took their teams to conference finals in Carmelo Anthony and
Not
Damian
Anthony
Lillard.
Davis.
And then a guy that you can confidently say was a top 5 player at one point in Anthony Davis.
Agreed.
And you got Chris Paul. Like, pretty much everyone besides Paul Pierce on that list for me, peak-wise.
Finals MVP, Paul Pierce.
PP?
Granted, it was a super team. But
Paul Pierce didn't win enough on his own for me to be like,
What was his nickname? The
on his
Truth?
own. Yeah.
Yeah,
The Truth.
the truth.
He lies.
Yeah, no, I'm playing. I wouldn't have Paul Pierce either.
Would
That
you have
that
Paul
Celtics
Pierce?
team was too good.
Paul, do you think you're better or Dwayne Wade is better? Give me a minute to think. That's easy. That's me. That's me. That's me.
The
You
truth.
give me LeBron. You give me Shaq. I'd be sitting on 6 championships. Easy.
The truth
Easy.
lied. The truth lied.
No, then they did that like side by side comparison.
No, Jalen Rose just like roasted him for no reason.
Jalen
No, I'm
roasted
actually
him.
with reason. With reason.
Okay,
'Cause you
Luke.
can't just go on TV and say that. No, but yeah. And then they had like the wing guy conversation. I was like,
I think Steph.
who's the best wing shooter of all time? I think it's Ray Allen right now. I think Steph will get it. I think Clay will get it some point after, but I think Steph will pass him up again.
Steph's a wing guy.
Steph's a wing guy? When did he
Steph-
become
Steph's
a wing guy? Steph's a wing guy. He's a combo guard. He's a combo guard.
He's a.
Steph's a wing guy.
What does that mean?
What is that? He's a
Where
he's
are
a
you
combo
going?
guard, so that makes him a wing
What
guy?
are you talking about?
Oh my god. Paul Pierce, bro.
Truth.
No, the thing with the other Paul Pierce take, literally recently, we were having this conversation. Nikola Jokic, he said, was not a top 5 passer, which is okay. I agree with that.
I agree with that as well.
But he
I'd have to think
said,
about it.
but he listed 2 passers, and he listed Rondo,
Jason Williams.
and he listed Jason Williams. Rondo's fair. Jason Williams, like, when does production, like, just not included in the conversation? Like, if we're talking style of passes, sure. Not sure. It's easily Jason Williams.
Yeah.
But, like, when does production actually matter? Like, there is a line there.
If
It's
there was-
got to be both.
Exactly. If there was an all-star game for passers, I'm taking Jason Williams 10 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
I'd take
He's
11 out of
probably
10
he
personally.
might be the flashiest
That's
passer of all
fine.
time. Probably.
Oh no, for sure, no doubt.
Jason Williams, yeah. No, yeah. Like, easily. But I don't know.
But
like
where did
Rondo at
where
his-
did that get him?
Like, Rondo at his peak was like easy 11 assist guy. Like when does that production, like, there's such a tremendous gap.
And he's gone all that time, and we went all this time without mentioning like John Stockton, maybe.
Oh yeah, like Stockton.
exactly.
Stockton had one of the greatest passes in the NBA Finals, like, ever. Like, it's just like the full court heaves. You're talking about all those
Low key.
pocket passes.
Kevin
with
Love on
Carvalho.
inbound passes, best passer of all time.
Dude, that's the thing with
I could get
Jokic
with
people
that.
don't talk about either. Jokic be like launching full court bombs in terms of just passes.
Kevin
It's
Love did it
ridiculous.
first.
No,
Remember
yeah,
against
I
the
know
Wizards?
he did.
Right against the Wizards. The bank, fadeaway bank.
The luckiest
off
bank
the-
I've
off
ever
the-
seen.
Off the glass.
No, he practices those every day.
Part of
This
this
man, bro.
Olympics.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, the Olympics routine.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, like, it. I don't know. That's tough.
I think for that 4, I might have to go AD.
I
For the
would,
fourth peak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
I will.
Wait, what he's
also
doing both ends on the
agree, but
floor
that's
in New
boring.
Orleans, man. If Boogie could have stayed healthy, I mean, my God,
I
I don't
thought
want
that
to.
team was gonna go to the conference.
I don't
finals.
want to
Ooh.
discredit them and say, oh, they don't even have a
Ooh.
conference finals appearance. Because I mean, come on, didn't give them enough time.
I agree.
Dude, that team was ridiculous, bro. Because they had They had
Anthony-
Holiday,
was
right?
when he wasn't
Giroud.
fragile.
They
JV
had
not fragile,
they had a
something to
very
watch.
good Rajon Rondo still.
Yes, yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, yeah.
Rondo.
I completely forgot about
The
that.
3 position was a little weak for them, but all they needed was just a shooter there.
Etwan Moore.
Etwan Moore. But
Oh.
AD and Boogie were just a matchup problem for that Warriors team or the Rockets. Like that, the Western Conference in general was just small at the top, and so those two would. I thought they would have went to the conference finals if they were healthy. I can confidently say that those two were too good together. But
I have a question for you,
I can
Pavon, though,
confidently
regarding
say
this
that.
list. As the resident Melo fan, what is Melo's peak for you? Is it New York?
Or is it?
well, it's
Denver.
a combination because you got to think
It's a combo of
he
years.
went to the conference finals.
Okay.
Then the Nuggets were pretty much saying they didn't really try to run that team back or try to retain the pieces from that conference finals run. And then that's when he demanded the trade, went to New York. So pretty much those couple of years, I would think. The years
so
where
what
you
was
had-
that, like 08, 09-ish
Yeah.
realm to like 12?
to like 12, 13.
Yeah,
I
I
think
agree.
that's
I
fair.
agree with that.
And I think that's fair.
I agree with that. If
But
you had
yeah.
to pick one team, though,
If
you
you
had
had
to pick Denver or New York.
Denver,
Okay.
I can confidently say Denver.
I agree with that, too.
Yeah.
Just because New York, after like 2014 or 15.
Which I don't think New
Was
York
just-
surrounded him with good pieces either, though. To be fair,
No, not the best.
Not
Not
like-
bad.
like
Like,
a-
they
like-
tried with Kristaps, and I can't
like
be
Kristaps,
mad at
but that
them,
was
but-
late. Kristaps was late in Melo's career.
Yeah.
And
that's true.
then like Amari Stoudemire. I guess you got Tyson Chandler at the time. I don't know. I don't think those teams were as good as people give them credit for in terms of depth. So he never really had
Oh yeah, in 2K the whole bench is like those bald guys
ball guys.
on the all-time teams.
Steve
'cause there's no one-
Novak, Jared
there's
Jeffries,
no one notable.
J.R. Smith, Amon Shumpert.
Oh, those are,
Baron
those
Davis.
are notable, but like after that, it's like no notable guys.
Dude,
for
I
all
just
time, so
I
it's
just listed like 9 guys, bro. What do you mean?
and
After the 9
Fair.
guys on the bench, the other
yeah, after the 9 guys, there's like 3 guys, and
the-
they're all just bald,
the
random
other
no names.
the other
Like-
2 guys that I didn't mention.
the other two-way guys,
Yeah.
they're kind of no.
I didn't even
names.
list
Believe
Steve
it or not.
Novak. I didn't even
Steve.
Steve Novak.
Steve Novak.
No, but you know what I'm talking about on the all-time Knicks teams.
No,
It's
yeah,
like
no, just like most of the all-time teams on 2K, just like no, not the all-time teams, just the historic teams have like the bald guys at the end of the bench. It's the funniest thing you've ever seen. They come in the game and they're just like, dude, it's so funny, bro. Like I don't get it at all. It's hilarious. Come in the game, they'll do something crazy. Then you're like, bro, these dudes should not be doing this.
360
They're
windmill.
like 12 overall, bro. Like, can't be serious.
The Janek 50, 55 overall, 50 overall. Whatever, 50 overall players.
Yeah.
The Charlie Villanuevas on the end of the bench.
Charlie Villanuevas?
I thought it was Villanueva, wasn't it?
I don't know, bro.
Isn't he the guy with alopecia?
Is he?
The bald guy with no eyebrows.
Bro, I actually don't know what you're talking about, man.
Look up Charlie
keep
Villanueva.
your wife's name
out my fucking mouth.